Welcome, all of you. Earth is the only planet with vast diversity of life forms just because it has stable temperature, making it a favorable place for the flora and fauna to live in. But the temperature is rising every passing year. The average temperature of the planet has increased by zero point 0.8 degrees Celsius compared to the end of 19th century. In fact, 9 out of 10 warmest years on record have occurred in just the last 10 years. NASA says 2019 was the second hottest year on record, the first being 2016. At the pace of current carbon dioxide emissions, scientists expect an increase of between 1.5 and 5.3 degrees centigrade in average temperature in 2100. Rivers are drying, sea level is increasing, ozone layer gets depleted, oceans become more acidic, deserts are on the march, hurricane become stronger and more intense, Arctic likely to become ice free, natural resources are being depleted, and there is higher rate of extinction of flora and fauna. These are not mere slogans to be repeated. If no action is taken, it would cause a wide range of impacts that will affect virtually every human on earth in increasingly severe ways. Having this in mind, we shall see the causes, consequences, and preventive measures of greenhouse gases and global warming leading to all these climatic changes in this presentation. When the solar radiation fall on the top of the atmosphere, the harmful ultraviolet radiations are absorbed by the ozone layer and are prevented from reaching the Earth's surface. Only the visible light and infrared radiations pass through the carbon dioxide layer in the lower region of the atmosphere and ultimately fall on the surface of the Earth. Since the infrared radiation has a heating effect, it warms up the Earth. A part of infrared rays falling on the Earth's surface is reflected back into the outer surface. The reflected infrared radiation cannot escape out from the carbon dioxide layer because the carbon dioxide has the ability to absorb infrared radiation. These trapped infrared rays produce heat on the Earth's surface. The heating up of Earth's atmosphere due to trapping in infrared rays reflected from the Earth's surface by carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is called greenhouse effect. Gases that trap heat in the atmosphere are called greenhouse gases. Apart from carbon dioxide, there are other most common and worrisome gases. They are water vapor, oxides of nitrogen, methane, ozone, and chlorofluorocarbon. When the concentration of these greenhouse gases present in the atmosphere is measured, carbon dioxide occupies more than 60%, followed by methane, nitrogen dioxide, and chlorofluorocarbons. When the greenhouse gases emitted by different economic sector is studied, electricity and heat production, along with agriculture, forestry, and other land uses contribute about 50%, industry 21%, and transportation 14%. Of the greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide is the most prominent. It enters the atmosphere through burning of fossil fuels like coal, natural gas, and oil, solid waste, trees, and other biological materials, and also as a result of certain chemical reactions like manufacture of cement. Carbon dioxide is removed from the atmosphere or sequestered when it is absorbed by plants as a part of biological carbon cycle. Plant life, which takes up carbon dioxide during the process of photosynthesis, is an important natural sink. In oceans, marine life can absorb carbon dioxide to build their skeletons and other structures made of calcium carbonate. In order to reduce carbon dioxide emissions, We need to reduce the amount of fuel we use in our cars, homes, and lives. Methane is the second most important greenhouse gas and is more potent than carbon dioxide. Each methane molecule has 25 times the global warming potential of a carbon dioxide molecule. Human activity is increasing the methane concentration faster than it can be offset by natural sinks. Human sources like rice cultivation, livestock farming, the burning of coal and natural gas, biomass combustion, and decomposition in landfills currently account for approximately 70% of total amount of emissions, leading to substantial increase in concentration over time. The primary natural sink for methane is the atmosphere itself. Another natural sink is soil, where methane is oxidized by bacteria. Nitrous oxide is released from bacteria in soil. Modern agricultural practices like tilling and soil cultivation, livestock, waste management, and the use of nitrogen rich fertilizers contribute significantly to nitrous oxide emission. A single nitrous oxide molecule has 298 times the global warming potential of a carbon dioxide molecule. Hydrofluorocarbons and trifluoride are synthetic, more powerful greenhouse gases that are emitted from a variety of industrial processes. These gases are typically emitted in smaller quantities, but because they are potent greenhouse gases, they are sometimes referred to as high global warming potential greenhouse gases. When the amount of greenhouse gases over years is recorded, it is expected to be tripled in 2050. When the percentage of contribution of these gases to global warming is calculated, carbon dioxide contributes 50%, methane 19, chlorofluorocarbon 17, ozone 8, oxides of nitrogen 4, and water vapor 2% of the total global warming. When the amount of these greenhouse gases exceeds certain percentage, they lead to global warming. Global temperature rise since the 17th century is zero point 0.8 degrees Celsius. The increased greenhouse gases and global warming is an urgent warning from the Mother Earth. An increase in the Earth's average temperature that cause corresponding changes in the climate is called global warming. Most of the observed temperature increase is caused by increased concentration of greenhouse gases. You may observe in the figure the increase in the temperature from 18th century to 20th century. Let us now see the different causes of global warming. Burning of fossil fuels. The massive use of fossil fuel is the first source of global warming. When we burn fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas to create electricity or power our cars, we release carbon dioxide pollution into the atmosphere. Intensive farming. Cattle and sheep produce large amounts of methane when digesting their food. Fertilizers produce nitrogen oxide, both of which are greenhouse gases. Deforestation and tree clearing. Human clear vast area of vegetation around the world for farming, urban and infrastructural development, and also to sell forest products. Deforestation is the second largest human made source of carbon dioxide. According to 2010 Global Forest Resources Assessment, deforestation releases nearly a billion tons of carbon into the atmosphere per year. Waste disposal. The waste management practices like landfills and incinerator emit greenhouse gases including methane into the atmosphere soil, and waste contributing to global warming. Mining. Modern life is highly dependent on the mining and metallurgical activities. These metals and minerals are used in construction and transportation. From extraction to delivery, this accounts 5% of all greenhouse gases. Industrial processes. Before the Industrial Revolution, the greenhouse effect was a natural process in which gases like carbon dioxide and water vapor trapped some of the sun's heat within the atmosphere, allowing the life to exist on Earth. Human caused pollution from factories, fossil fuel combustion, and other activities contribute to an enhanced greenhouse effect and global warming. Let us now see the consequences of global warming we are going to face in the near future. The most visible effect of climatic change is the melting of glaciers, snow mountains, and polar ice caps. Everywhere on Earth, ice is changing. Researchers believe that most central and eastern Himalayan glaciers could virtually disappear by 2035. Arctic sea ice has thinned significantly over the past half century. When temperature rises and ice melts, more water flows to the seas from glaciers and ice caps, and ocean water warms and expands in volume. This combination of effects has played a major role in rising average global sea level between 4 and 8 inches in the past 100 years, according to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate. The changes in the rainfall to be generated by the ongoing rise in atmosphere carbon dioxide will likely to have the greatest consequences for humans. The past few decades have witnessed a change in rainfall patterns around the world. Global warming is shifting the patterns of tropical cyclones, tornadoes, and twisters, according to the analysis of 4 decades of data published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Climate change is recognized as one of the biggest threats to our natural world and its biodiversity. Changes in climate can threaten native species as invasive ones. Changes in climate may force the species to migrate to new areas because the species depend on each other for survival. Individual extinctions and shifting ranges have much wider knock on effect. Species that are already threatened and those that are highly sensitive to environmental change are particularly vulnerable to the extreme events. Scientists expect more than million species could become extinct by 2050. Climate change has been a key factor in increasing the risk and extent of wildfires. Wildfire risk depends on number of factors including temperature, soil moisture, and the presence of trees, shrubs, and potential fuel. Global warming has serious implications for all aspects of human life, including infectious diseases. The effect of global warming depends on the complex interaction between the human host population and the causative infectious agent. It will certainly affect the abundance and distribution of disease vectors. Though the impact of global warming on infectious diseases has not been apparent, it would appear in one form or the other if it continues to progress in future. COVID 19 is now a challenging pandemic which is again global and do not respect boundaries. Have we done anything to reduce global warming? We have to try our level best to prevent global warming to save the human. The first and foremost way to prevent global warming is to move away from the fossil fuels and use renewable energies like solar, wind, biomass, and geothermal. Energy and water efficiency. Reducing our consumption of energy and water by using more efficient devices like LED lights, innovative shower system is equally important. Sustainable transportation. By increasing the fuel efficiency of our vehicles, promoting public transportation and carpooling can definitely help reducing carbon dioxide emission and thus fight global warming. Sustainable agriculture and forest management, encouraging better use of natural resources, stopping massive deforestation, as well as making agriculture greener and more efficient should be our priority. Responsible consumption and recycling. Adopting responsible consumption habits is crucial, be it regarding food, clothing, and cosmetics or clearing products. Recycling is an absolute necessity for dealing with waste. Here are some of the fast facts about global warming. The last 2 decades of 20th century have been the hottest in the last 400 years. The carbon dioxide levels in atmosphere are 412 ppm in 2020, their highest levels in 6,50,000 years. Land ice has declined at the poles by 413 gigatons a year since 2012. Arctic is melting rapidly. By 2040, the region is expected to be completely ice-free summer. Since 1870, global sea level has risen 8 inches and more than 1 million species have become extinct. Here are some of the future predictions given by the geologist. Earth's average temperature will rise between 1.8 and 4 degrees Celsius. Average precipitation will most likely increase of about 3 to 5% and it will not be evenly distributed. Sea level will rise between 20 and 50 centimeter above late 20th century. Acidic ocean may cause problems for marine biota. Storms will get intensified and warmer world is expected to be a cloudier one. Some changes to climate are gradual and predictable, while others are more sudden and difficult to foresee. The latter is called tipping points. Here are some of the tipping points: collapse of major ice sheets in Greenland and Antarctica, transfer of heat in the climate system would be altered, sudden release of methane from different places of the globe, seawater will become saturated with carbon dioxide and unable to absorb anymore, which will in return increase global warming. None of these tipping points are considered very likely to occur in the short run, but consequences of any of them are severe, and the fact that we cannot retreat from them once they have been set in motion so problematic that we must keep them in mind when evaluating the overall risk associated with climate change. Countdown to eco catastrophe has already started, but it can be addressed. And fortunately, we have solutions. We must re educate ourselves to treat the environment with a greater caution and control. Let us save our Mother Earth and prevent her from getting warmed. Let us take a pledge today to build a future in which humans live in harmony with nature. Thank you.